A kid is adopted by a man from the orphanage. He shows a picture to the kid and tells him to memorize the target. The kid does, so as a car comes to slam into their own from the back. Two guys come out of the opponent's car as we see the kid looking at his new father who has just died. He cries as one of the guys come to console him before killing him. Blood gushes out of the man's neck as we see that the kid had stabbed the man with a glass. The kid uses a gun and shoots the remaining guy whilst using the dead one as a shield. Let's take the story back to the beginning. In this era, where criminal groups and associations are rampant, a man named the Bishop decides to use innocent, abandoned kids. Whilst kids their age are going to school, these kids are trained by people who are strong enough to be called monsters. The kids are adopted by buyers who want to use them for assassinations, infiltrations, and other death missions. There are three principles that have been input into these kids' brains to control them. The first is that the parents' words are absolute. The second is you cannot use your strength without the permission of your parent. The last is that in the event when the parent's life is in danger, ignore the first and second principles and protect your parent. Among the trained kids, one of them was given the title of the strongest was missing after he was given to the wrong parent. With the kid out in the world, death and misery will before anyone who will try to cross paths with him. The movie starts with a kid named Huno being bullied by some boys. He is punched in the stomach by the leader named Joseph as a boy named Shawn goes to also hit Huno. Joseph slapped Shawn for interrupting him as he asked Shawn to go buy cigarettes. We see Huno and Shawn eating food at Hyuno's mom's shop. Shawn realizes the shop to be for Hyuno's mom when he makes a face befitting a gangster. Huno thinks that Shawn is about to attack his mom when Shawn bows to greet instead. Hyuno's mom gives extra food to Shawn as she asks him to bring his friends later. Huno begs Shawn not to tell Joseph and the other guys about his mom's shop. The following day, we see Joseph pouring Hyuno's mom's food on him in the class. Huno, who has had enough of this, moves to stab Joseph with a pen. He stops midway as Joseph gets mad at him. That day, Huno was beaten several times as he passed out and woke up begging Joseph for forgiveness. Huno, who cannot swallow the pain, jumped out of the window and died. Joseph finds someone to take the blame for among his crew as the plan to kill Hyuno's mom to prevent her from filing a lawsuit. They get to the apartment when the elevator is malfunctioning. They take the stairs as they see that someone placed a fire extinguisher to prevent the elevator from closing. The boys see a hooded figure that turned out to be Shawn. Joseph says that he knows that Shawn always pretend to hit Huno, so he is going to teach him a lesson. He further say that he is going to kill Hyuno's mom. Shawn, who sees Hyuno's mom as his parent, is activated by the third principle. He sees Joseph coming at him as he sprays the fire extinguisher at them. Shawn is seen beating the others as Joseph attacks with a metal pipe. Shawn uses the extinguisher to break Joseph's foot and punches him in the face. He holds Joseph's finger and breaks it. Due to this commotion, Shawn is identified as the bishop and his trainers get the information about his whereabouts. The bishop prays to God as he commands the trainer, named Rachel, to find Shawn. We see Joseph's father apologizing to Hyuno's mom. She sends him away as they leave. Joseph's father men beat Shawn down and holds his arm in place. One of them steps on the shoulder, breaking it. Turns out that Shawn managed to dislocate his arm before it broke. Hyuno's mother takes Shawn home and feeds him food. She cries, saying that she wants to rip all of Joseph's father's people to shreds. This is seen as a command to Shawn as he goes to fulfill it. Shawn is serving at Joseph's father's party. He uses the wine bottle to smash the face of one of the bodyguards. Another comes at Shawn as he covers his attacker's fists with glass. He kicks the attacker in the face and hides under a table. He moves out with speed as he cuts the tendons of his opponent's body. The man who stepped on his hands to break, it comes as his hands is parried away and he is punched in the face. Shawn breaks the man's hands as a bullet shot cuts his cheek. Joseph's father is seen holding a gun as he walks towards Shawn. With a swift move, Shawn uses one of his hands to hit the gun away and the other to punch Joseph's father. Shawn throws another punch to hit Joseph's father's face and shoots the light holder, which causes it to fall on Joseph's father. We see a nurse injecting something in Joseph's drip. She removes her wig as we see that she was Rachel all this time. Rachel reports Shawn's actions to the bishop. She then receives a new order to investigate why Shawn exerted force without having a parent. Rachel disguises herself as a teacher as she watches Shawn in class. She sees Shawn being beaten in class as she can't believe it. We see a confused Rachel as she dresses up as a student and follows Shawn. Shawn is seen at Hyuno's mother's shop eating. Rachel also follows him to buy food. She thinks to herself, as the Shawn she knew didn't like spicy food. She sees Shawn squeezing his hands so no one can know he is feeling pain from the spicy food. Rachel throws a chopstick at Hyuno's mom as Shawn blocks it with a fork. He takes Rachel away as they both attack each other. Rachel uses judo to lift Shawn into midair and slams him to the ground. Shawn gets a blurred memory as Rachel sits on him. He headbutts her as he escapes. Rachel dresses as an elderly person to tell Hyuno's mom to ask Shawn to go back home. That is the only reason Shawn would come back to the orphanage. Hyuno's mom refuses because she thinks Shawn is being bullied like how her son was also bullied. Rachel leaves and decides to kill Hyuno's mom instead. Hyuno's mom is seen in a supermarket. Rachel causes an explosion as she plans to shoot Hyuno's mom. Shawn blocks the bullet with a pan as he kicks the gun from Rachel's hands. She attacks with a knife as Shawn blocks it with a tomato can. Rachel kicks Shawn's leg to trip him. We see the kid in the first scene, who is also part of the orphanage, holding a knife to use on Hyuno's mom. Rachel attacks Shawn as he moves away. She attacks with a knife as he catches her hands. Shawn gets distracted as he is cut on the cheek. Shawn throws flour as Rachel cuts through it. Rachel instinctively moves down as we see Shawn attacking with scissors. He grabs Rachel's knives with the scissors as he throws her into the cart. He pushes her away as she is stuck inside. The kid is about to stab Hyuno's mom as Shawn comes. He holds the kid up and hits his neck, knocking him out. Shawn calls the bishop and proposes that they leave Hyuno's mom in exchange for the kid. Shawn and the kid go to meet Rachel. Rachel calls the kid Eugene as she takes him away. She says that Eugene will be disposed of because he couldn't finish his mission. Shawn hears this as he asks Eugene whether he wants to come back with him. Eugene goes back as Rachel says that this means the deal is off. We see Eugene talking with Hyuno's mom about family. They are seen sleeping in the night as we see Eugene waking up. He points a gun at Hyuno's mom when the door closes slowly. We see an angry look on Shawn's face as the third principals say that, in the case where the parent is in danger, ignore the above first and second principles. Eugene shoots Shawn, but it turns out that Shawn had already taken out the bullets. Eugene attacks with a knife when Shawn catches his hand and slams him down. Eugene runs towards Hyuno's mom when he catches his leg with a tie. Eugene attacks with a knife as Shawn catches it and kicks him to the ground. Just then, Hyuno's mom hits Shawn's head with a book as she says that Shawn is bullying Eugene. The duo say that they were just playing. Just then, a girl named Mary says that she is Eugenie's sister. Shawn talks with her as we see that she is from the orphanage. Eugene runs to hug her as he says that Shawn is stronger than they taught. We see that Hyuno's mom has been shown a picture of Shawn being a part of the guys that bullied her son. She doesn't believe it and leave. We see a fake picture made by Mary depicting that Shawn was the perpetrator of school violence. Shawn is seen going home when he meets Mary. She shoots a gun as Shawn dodges the bullets. Shawn pushes Mary to the ground as he mounts on her. He sees Hyuno's mom looking at him as he say that Shawn shouldn't call her mother anymore. Shawn is now a product of the orphanage, ready to go on missions and eliminate threats. Subscribe to this channel to get the next part soon.